Welcome back to WellFest. My name's Nicola and I'll be taking the yoga session for you today. I would love you to come and join in. We're going to do a bit of standing, seated, lying exercises. We're going to start by lying down just to de-stress, release any tension and get ready for yoga. So on your mats, take yourself into a lying position, slowly lowering your back down so your spine lines down, head on the mat. Take your feet out and let your feet fall to the side, and then just let your arms fall out to the side, palms facing up, and just relax your body into the floor. Feel the heaviness release. Feel the warmth of relaxation as it begins to travel through your body. It starts in your feet and begins to travel up the legs into the knees, releasing any aches and pains in your knees. Feel the warmth continue up into your legs, into your hips, relaxing the hips, and into your abdomen, and then circling around your back. Feel all the aches and pains, the tightness and tension in your back. Just let it all relax into the floor. The warmth will continue into your chest and shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingers. Feel the warmth and the tension release through your fingers. It continues up into your neck, face and scalp. Feel your whole body relax. Feel the tightness, tension, and your aches and pains just melt away. Let your mind relax. Let go of any worries or stress, any work. Just let your mind become calm and peaceful. And with a calm mind and body, you are more ready for yoga. Slowly place your hands, one by one, onto your tummy and draw the knees up. We turn onto our right side because that's the calm side of your mind. We want to keep the calmness we've created. And we slowly turn onto your right side and get ready for our next pose. Okay, standing nice and tall, we're going to do the mountain pose first. I want you to stand with your feet as close together as you can. Lift up through the front of your thighs, opening up through your hips, lifting your shoulders up, round and back down, squeezing the shoulder blades together, standing nice and tall. Keep your neck in line with your spine and just breathe and relax into mountain. This is your posture check. This makes all your body alignment from your shoulders, hips, knees and ankles. Standing nice and tall, pushing your feet firmly into the floor. Breathe in and gently breathe back out. Palms are facing inwards towards the sides of your legs, and then just gently start to bring your arms up. Fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. As far as you can, stretch up and relax your shoulders back and down. Try and keep your arms as close to the side of your head as you can. And lift your ribs up and away from your hips, lengthening down the front of your abdominals and your back. Stretching and lengthening. Breathing in and slowly breathing back out. And then gently bring them back down. Back down to the side of your body. And roll them shoulders out. We always return to mountain, so each pose is done from correct posture. Again, start to bring your arms up, this time chest height, and then we interlace our fingers, and then turn your hands so your palms are facing forward. Rounding forward from the shoulders, push the hands out as much as you can, and again, take them up as high as you can. Don't worry if they won't go all the way to the top, just go as high as you can. Push them palms up and relax the shoulders back and down. Just breathe and relax. Again, this helps with arthritis in the hands and fingers. We're going to lengthen through the side of your body now. So lifting up through your left hip. Take a lift and gently lean across. Stretching all down the side of your body. Holding, pushing your feet into the ground. And then slowly come back to the top. Lift up the opposite hip and lean across and stretch and lengthen from your hip to your arms. Holding, relaxing before coming back to the top. And then gently bring the hands back down and release. And back to mountain. Standing nice and tall. We're now going to open up through your chest. So gently raise your arms out to the side. Palms facing down. Take your left hand, then your right hand into the small of your back. Fingers together and palms. When you're ready, turn the fingers, point them up and in. And begin to walk them up your back. Walk them as far as you can. Then lift your shoulders, relax them back and down, squeeze the shoulder blades and open that chest. This is good for anybody who sits at a desk, as this reopens your chest muscles and realigns your back. We get a lot of rounded shoulders from being at a desk and a computer. This will open you up. So just breathe and relax. In and gently back out. You breathe in and out through your nose in yoga to conserve energy and center the muscles you're using. Slowly begin to slide your hands down your back, fingers pointing down, and roll the shoulders back and down, standing nice and tall. And again, we need to balance both mind and body, so we do it on both sides. Palms facing down. This time, bring the opposite hand and then the other one in together. Fingers together, palms together. Slowly turn your fingers, point them up and relax them in the small of your back. And then start to walk the hands up. Again, roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze your shoulder blades together and stand up tall. Keep your eyes forward to keep your neck in line with your spine. Push into your feet so your legs are working as well. And just breathe and relax. In through your nose and back out through your nose. And then start to slide your hands back down. Fingers pointing to the floor. And roll them arms out. Standing nice and tall. We're going to continue with opening the chest. So if you're at home, a dressing gown belt is an aid to help you to be able to stretch a little bit further. So holding the dressing gown belt in your right hand, gently bring it up and place it over your shoulder. The elbow points up and you bring your hand round and you grab the belt. Walk your hands towards each other. If you can hold hands, you can let go of the belt. If you can't, that's what the belt's for. Elbow up, roll the shoulder back and down, and again, lift that chest. Pull your ribs up and away from your hips. Lengthening through your abdominals, lengthening your spine, and stretching the chest. Opening the chest also releases endorphins, which helps with anxiety, stress, and depression. Just breathe and relax. In and gently back out. Holding the pose as long as you feel necessary. And release. Changing sides. Place the hand on your shoulder. Elbow goes up. Hand comes round and you grab the belt. You'll always have one side which is easier than the other. Elbow up. Roll your loose shoulder, and again, stand up nice and tall and lift up. This also helps to release the tightness down the back of your arm, giving you more movement through your arms and more reach, increasing your flexibility. Just breathe and relax. In and gently back out. And then gently just release and place your belt on the floor. Back to mountain, standing nice and tall. It's time now, we're going to do our tree. Starting with your left leg, lift your knee up, take it out to the side and place it either here, is your easy option. On your toe, heel touching your leg is a little bit harder. Below the knee or above the knee, do not place it on your knee. Keep the knee out as much as you can and hands together. Elbows out to help balance. To find a point of concentration, just stare at something in front. If you want to work a little bit harder, you can take your hands up and then reset. Bring them down. Take your foot out and bring it in. And back out. Again, you can hold these poses for as long as is comfortable for you, up to a minute. Changing sides. Lift your knee up, take it out to the side so your hip naturally opens. Heel to foot, foot, heel to foot, or below the knee. Keep your knee out because we're opening the hips. Again, palms at chest height, elbows out. This is challenging your balance. Your abdominal muscles are contracting to try and keep you standing. Again, if you wish to, you can take your arms up or keep them down. Just challenge your balance. Remember to breathe in and out through your nose. Bringing your hands back down, feet out, back and out. Your next pose is your chair. This is going to strengthen the front of your thighs and your glutes. So standing nice and tall, into mountain, hands come out to the front. At chest height, palms face each other. Imagine behind you, you've got a chair. Basically push your bum back as if you're trying to sit down onto the chair. Make sure your knees stay behind your toes. So you're pushing back. Toes are spread evenly across the floor. You should feel your thighs and your glutes working. From here, if you wish to lengthen your back muscles as well, you take your arms up, but you don't have to. You can keep them down at chest height. So from the front, this is what you would look like. Standing tall. Breathing and relaxing in and gently back out. Then push down into the feet, straighten up the legs, arms up, and then slowly bring them back down. And roll. Bringing your hands to your chest. I want you to step your feet out a little bit wider, as wide as you're comfortable. Feet facing forward, knees, hips, chest facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and down. Standing nice and tall. Starting with your right foot. Turn it on a 15-degree angle. Your opposite foot turns out at 90. Make sure the heel of the front foot lines up with the instep of your back foot. Once you're happy with this, chest and hips come back to me. Roll your shoulders back and down and raise your arms up. Shoulder height, palms facing down. You're going to turn and look down the length of your right arm. Taking a deep breath in, begin to reach across towards the wall as far as you can, taking the hand down onto the leg. Make sure your hand is below the knee or above the knee. Above is easier. Back hand is palm facing forward. Below the knee is harder. You're better off being above with better posture, so your chest is in line with your hips. This is your triangle. And if you can, look up to your back arm. If you can't look up, you can look forward, or you can stay looking down towards the front foot. This opens up the front of your hip, aligns your back, and works through your core. Make sure your weight is pushing through your back leg as well as the front leg. Try and go a little bit further, taking it that bit further if you can. Hold and breathe and relax. Breathing in and out. And then take a deep breath in. Bring it back up to the center, keeping your arms out, changing sides. 15 and 90, heeling in, step line up. Once you're happy with your foot position, chest and hips come back to the front. Turn and loop down your arm. Begin to reach as far as you can, placing your hand on your leg, back arm on your waist. Keep that shoulder back. Remember, easier is if your hand above. Taking your arm up. Turn and look up, forward or down if you suffer from dizziness. Hold it there, opening through your hip, thigh and chest. Realigning that back. Remember, if you can take it a bit lower, you can. Go that little bit lower. Or you can stay up. Better to be up in a good posture than try and get too low. And then bring it back. Return your feet to the front. Stand nice and tall. We're going to do one now that's going to lengthen all through your spine. Stretch your spine, lengthen through your tummy. So you don't have to have a block. You can use a cereal box. You can use anything that's square. You may not need it. The easiest position is to have it whole. Take your feet as wide as is comfortable for yourself. Feet are facing forward, lift up and roll. Hands on your hips, leading with your chest, start to bend to a 90-degree angle, taking your hands to the block or whatever you can have in front of you. Hold it there to begin with. You'll feel a stretching down the back of your legs, through the back of your knees and your hamstrings, stretching your glutes. Just wait for that stretch to release. And then if you can, change the position so you're going a little bit further. Hold in whichever position is best for yourself. Again, if you can, place it down. Just breathe and relax, lengthening that spine. Next option is to move the block, fingertips or palms. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. You're now feeling a stretch through the inside of your thighs. This is your wide leg fold. It lengthens your legs, your spine, your glutes. It also sends nutrients through the spine to help with aches and pains. Just breathe and relax. To go to this pose, walk your hands back, place them onto your thighs, and then slowly, like building blocks, place the vertebrae of the spine one by one on top. And then begin to walk your legs back in. Standing nice and tall, back into mountain. We're going to do that one again, but this time we're going to do it with narrow legs. So again, whatever you need it to be, stand nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. Hands on your hips, leading again with your chest. Start to bend to 90 degrees, placing your hands on your block. Or you don't have to use a block, you can just use your legs. Again, nice big shoulder roll. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears. This pulls your tummy in, and you can slide a little bit further. Your eyes are looking at the floor at this point. And one more time. Roll your shoulders in, squeeze, and go down, and then look towards your knees. You'll now get more of a stretch through the back of your knees and down the bottom of your legs, whilst lengthening your spine. Just breathe and relax. And then gently again, rebuilding the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. We slowly bring it up. Standing nice and tall and roll. Hands to the chest, step your feet out wide for our last standing pose. Feet are facing forward, roll the shoulders. Again, starting with your left foot, 15, 90. Heeling in, step line up. The difference this time, this is mountain. So bend the knees. Sorry, this is warrior 2. Bending the knees. Now when you bend the knees, make sure you can see your toes. If you bend your knees and go over, two options. Harder option is to walk the foot out a little bit further. Easier option would be draw the knee up. So you want to see your toes so the weight's not in your knees. When you're happy with your position, chest and hips come back. Nice big shoulder roll again, so we lengthen the torso, arms up, palms down, and you turn and loop down the length of your arm, the same arm as your bended knee. Now this time we do no leaning. You just imagine someone's holding your hands, one at each side, and they're pulling your arms as far out as you can. So you're reaching, so you're opening, you're lifting. This is warrior 2. It's good for building static strength in your abdominals through your tummy and your back, whilst working through the tops of your legs. Yoga's all about flexibility, posture, and leg strength. Hold it there. And then gently bring it back to the center. Stand nice and tall. And change sides. 15 and 90. Bend that knee. Make sure you can still see your toes. Once you're happy with your position, chest and hips come back. Roll out. Arms up, palms down. And again, turn and loop down the same arm as your bent leg. And imagine somebody's reaching. You're reaching to one wall, you're reaching to the other, and you're continuing to loop down the length of your arm. If you suffer with shoulder problems, you can just place both arms on your waist and loop down the length of where your arm would be. Or it can just be one arm. But if you can, lift them up so you build some strength in your shoulders. We want to build some stamina in your shoulders, good for your neck. Breathe and bring it back in. Walk your feet together because we've finished with our standing poses and we're going to be moving on to our seated ones. Welcome back to WellFest 2020 with me, Nicola, doing some yoga. We're going to start again with our seated poses. Sitting up nice and tall, back nice and straight. Your shoulders and hips should be fully lined up so your spine is nice and long. Your hips, knees and ankles are again in perfect alignment so all your joints are lined up. Roll the shoulders back and down and just sit up nice and tall. This is your correct seating posture. This is how you should be sat when driving or sitting in a chair. This helps to strengthen your lower back muscles. So again, just breathing in and out through your nose. Just breathe and relax. And then just allow your feet to slightly fall out to the side. Taking hold of your leg, take it out to the side and bring it in as close as you can. Same with the other one, take it out and bring it in. Placing one in front of the other, sit up nice and tall and roll your shoulders back and down. This is your perfect pose, often used for meditation because it calms your mind, calms the brain and allows the nutrients to run through your spine. So just breathe and relax. It also helps anybody with knee trouble because in this position, your thigh muscles are pulling back and they're pulling on the knee and helping to strengthen around that joint. So just breathe and relax. In and out. Slowly take the legs out. Sitting back to that sitting posture with everything perfectly aligned. Let the feet fall out again and this time bring the opposite leg in as we work both sides. Same again, bring it in. As close as you can, roll the shoulders back and down and again sit up nice and tall. Your perfect pose is good for opening your hips, allowing the hips to open more naturally, which helps with walking and standing. Good for your spine and your back. So just breathe and relax. In through your nose and back out through your nose. And then allow the shoulders to relax down. Take the feet out. Sit up nice and tall. And from here, draw your knees up, bring them to the side and bring yourself into a kneeling position. Sitting on your heels. Again, everything should be in alignment. Your hips and your shoulders. Your hips and knees, your knees and ankles. Sitting up nice and tall. Your feet are together. What I want you to do is take your knees out to either side of your mat, still keeping your feet and heels towards your bum, placing your hands and just stretch forward as far as you can. Try and keep your bum as close to your heels as you possibly can. Take your head between your arms into your child's pose. Make sure from your wrist upwards that your arm is not on the floor. There's only your hands on the floor. This is good for stretching the back and the glutes, stretching through the shoulders. And again, this is also good for people who suffer with migraines or head tension. You will place a pillow in front of you and you will place your head down on the pillow and relax. This is also the start of our downward dog pose. So from here, I want you to come up onto all fours, take your feet out and curl your toes under. Using the strength in your arms, start to push yourself up, straighten the legs and push the bum back into the air. Head between your arms into our downward dog. You're trying to make a V shape. Your bum's the top, your feet and hands are the bottom. Slowly push your heels down to the floor. As you push your heels down, you'll feel a stretch through the bottom of your leg. Just keep holding. If it hurts too much, you can come down onto your arms. But try and keep it up and down. Hold and relax. This is your downward dog, stretching your legs and your back. It's also giving you strength in your arms and shoulders. Slowly bring your knees back down. Feet back together. Push your bum towards your heels and relax your head back down into child's pose. And just relax for a moment. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Slowly bring your head up, and from here we're going to go into some lying stretches, lying on our tummy to work through our back muscles. So just slide your hands forward and lengthen your legs out and come to a lying position on your tummy. Your feet are together and your hands are in front, roughly about where your head is, at either side of your head. So you're going to start with your head on the floor, and we're going to do locust, which is for the lower part of your back. So hands in front, head right down on your mat. All you're going to do is bring yourself up a little bit. So your shoulders and the top of your chest is off the mat. And you should feel a little stretch through the lower part of your back. Your eyes are looking directly at your mat to keep spinal alignment through the neck. So this is your locust. Nice and gentle, nice easy pose. Just working through that lower back. If you do want to make it a little bit harder, you lift your feet off the floor and hold it here. This puts a little bit more strain on the lower back. If again, you want to take it harder, you take your arms round, palms facing upwards, and again, you've got that shallow umbrella shape in the lower back. Stick to your level. This is level 3, level 2, or level 1. And then slowly lower yourself down. So the next one is going to be cobra. Cobra is another extension of locust. If you found locust was enough, you stay at the locust pose. For those who want to take it a little bit harder, slide your hands back a little bit. And this time you're going to come up onto your forearms. So your feet are slightly apart and you're up on your forearms. You're still looking directly in front because your head's in line with your spine. But you're pulling up on that back a little bit more just to increase that stretch. So if it's too much, you just keep yourself as low as you need to or come up. So just keep holding your cobra and just breathe and relax. In through your nose and back out. Push your thighs into the floor. And then slowly lower yourself back down. So our third pose in this series is going to be your upward facing dog. Now again, if you found cobra was your limit, you stick to cobra or locust. From here, you're sliding your hands back so they're in line with your chest. And we're doing a full extension on the arms. So you're coming up to a full extension. You're pushing your hips forward. So your chest, tummy, and hips are off the mat. You look directly in front, again, so you've got spinal alignment. But this is building strength through your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, and also extending through your lower back. Hold it here. Again, you can hold these poses up to a minute. On average is about 15 to 20 seconds. So just keep holding and then slowly bring it back down. Slide the hands forward and come back to here. Okay, we're going to turn now onto our back. So what I want you to do is bring your feet together, slide your hands back, bring yourself up, walking up, and then bring yourself to the centre of your mat. And again, have your dressing gown belt ready. It can't be elastic, it's got to be firm. So slowly again, lower yourself down. And we're going to do some hip work, legs and hips. So lying down on your back, keep your knees bent, hip width apart. I want you to grab your dressing gown belt. Draw your right leg into you and place the dressing gown belt onto the heel. Make sure it's on the heel part, not on the soft part. It's got to be on the heel. And extend your leg up. Leg nice and straight. So before we start, the front of your thigh, I want you to push it through to the back. The front of your knee, push it through to the back. Flat of your foot, push it up to the ceiling so you already feel a stretch. Holding the belt where the knees are, pull the leg in towards you. As far as you can till you feel that stretch running down the back of your leg. And then hold. Just hold it in that position until you feel the stretch is beginning to release. Once you feel the stretch release, pull it in a little bit further. Again, feeling that stretch down here. This is really good for anybody who has sciatica, as it helps to stretch the sciatic nerve and lengthen the leg muscles. From here, we're going to work the inner thigh. So holding the belt with one hand, the same hand as the leg that's in the air, opposite arm goes on the floor and this shoulder remains on the floor. Start to take the leg away from the body. So take it out as far as you can till you feel a stretch running down the inside of your thigh, from your knee to your groin. Hold it there. Keep tension on the belt so you feel the stretch as we open your hips. Hold it there. Just breathe and relax. And as the stretch begins to leave, take it a little bit further if you can. And hold. Most important thing is to keep both shoulder blades on the floor so you're just stretching the leg. And then bring it back to the top. Next, this leg, the bent leg, you now straighten it out and you change your hands over. So you're now holding the belt with the opposite hand to your foot. We're going to work through the IT band, a really tight band, and you will feel this stretch quite quickly. Loose hand on the floor, take the leg across your body and keep it up to the top until you can feel the stretch running all the way down the back of your leg, especially through the back of your knee and the top of your hamstring. Hold it there. You may even get a tingling sensation into your toes. So hold and relax. Breathe in through your nose and back out through your nose. As the stretch releases itself a little bit, take it further across. But again, both shoulders on the floor. Feel that stretch. It's a really good lengthening stretch through a muscle that causes a lot of problems. And then gently bring it back to the centre. And you're going to change legs. So place it onto the heel of your opposite foot and straighten the leg. Front of the knee through to the back, front of the thigh through to the back, foot nice and flat up to the ceiling, so you've already got that stretch. Holding the belt roughly where the knees are, begin to pull that leg in towards you till you feel that stretch down the back of your leg. Lengthening the sciatic nerve, stretching them muscles out. Keep holding. Again, the stretch will begin to release. As it does, pull it in. Feel that stretch one more time and keep holding. You can do the pulling up to 3 or 4 times. Moving on to the inner thigh. Holding it with one hand, same hand as the leg. Loose hand on the floor. Start to take the leg out to the side as far as you can until you feel the stretch running down the inside of your thigh. You'll always have one side which you can do better than the other because you're more flexible on one side. Hold it there, feel that stretch on the inside. Really good for restless legs, these exercises as well. As the stretch releases, take it that little bit further. Remember to keep breathing and relaxing through every stretch. Holding and relaxing. And then gently bring it back to the top. Bent leg, now straightens out. Changing hands over. So the opposite hand to foot in the air is now holding. Loose hand on the floor and take the leg across the body till you feel that stretch through here. Again, like I said, do this nice and slow because you will feel this stretch a lot quicker than the others. Because your muscle through here, the IT band, is really tight. Just hold. Again, tingling sensation in the toes is quite normal. As it begins to ease, take it a little bit further and hold. Just breathe and relax. In and out. And then gently bring the foot back to the top. Bring the knee in, release the belt, draw the knees in towards your tummy, pull them down onto your stomach so you massage the internal organs. This helps to aid digestion, helps with things like IBS. So holding it there, just breathe and relax. In and out. And then just slowly bring the knees back down. Arms out to either side, shoulder height. Draw the knees up, knees in line with your hips. Just gently rotate your knees to one side and rotate your head to the other as you stretch through the side of your body. Just hold. Stretching through your arms and your hips and waist. Back to the centre. Take the knees the opposite way and loop down the opposite arm. Always breathing and relaxing. In and out. Back to the centre. Place your feet down. And then one by one, lengthen through the legs, pointing the toes. Bringing your arms into the side of your body and take them over your head. And feel a stretch all the way through your hips, tummy and chest. From head to toe as we lengthen the torso. Just breathe and relax. In and out. Slowly bring your arms back. Palms down by the side. Relax your feet out to the side. We're now going to do some relaxation, just to relax the body, relax your mind, and just to finish on a peaceful note. So your feet are out to the side. Your arms are out, palms facing upwards. If you want to work through your hips a little bit more and stretch the hips, if you've got tight hips, you can be in this position, feet together and knees out. However is comfortable for yourself, just lie. Now close your eyes and just take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Chest rises and falls with the rhythm of your breathing. And again, feel the warmth travel through your body, relaxing the muscles, relaxing your body. We want to make sure your mind's nice and relaxed. So I want you to imagine at the side of you, there's a white fluffy cloud. On this cloud, I want you to place all your aches and pains, all your worries and stress. I want you to clear your mind and body. Place everything onto your cloud and then watch as the cloud floats away. It's taking your worries and stress, your aches and pains away for a little while so you can relax. I want you to imagine yourself walking down a long, narrow wooden stairway. Your bare feet feel the rough, weathered steps with each step that you take. With every step, your body relaxes more and more. You reach the end of the steps and you step down into the warm, soothing sand. A feeling of relaxation takes over your whole body. You start to walk along the sand towards the water's edge. You see the waves flowing in and out. Just like you're breathing in rhythm, flowing in and out. The waves come and circle around your toes and ankles. And as you stroll, you feel the warm sun on your face and shoulders. There's a cool, gentle breeze pressing lightly against your back. But you are calm and peaceful. As you continue to stroll down the beach, up in the distance you see a nice, relaxing beach chair. It's in a cool, shaded spot. You approach the chair and you sit down. You lie back and you settle in. You relax, and for a few moments, you sit in silence, relaxed and peaceful, breathing in and gently breathing back out. You're taking in all the sights and sounds that are around you. Calm and peaceful. Relaxed and at ease. For a few moments. As you relax, you're at ease. You're refreshed. I want you to pay attention to how calm and how relaxed you can become. I know you can visit this beach at any time you want. I want you to keep the calmness that you've created and be peaceful for the rest of your day. Lying where you are, slowly place your hands onto your body one by one. Begin to draw the knees up and then turn yourself onto your right side to keep the calmness you've created. Where you will slowly begin to open your eyes, become familiar with your surroundings, and slowly bring yourself up and into a seated position. Sitting nice and tall, roll your shoulders back and down, bringing the palms together at chest height with the elbows out. We gently bend forward, come back up, and thank you all.